Good evening, dear Cameroonians. So we are going to answer this question right now. The question is saying that the polynomial this is exactly divisible by x minus 3 and p of 1 equals to 6. So we are going to find the values of a for the first part, and the second part we are going to factorize it completely, and so on. So now let us begin with the first part without wasting most of your time. So let us say, when they say that a polynomial is exactly divisible by a certain factor, it means that that factor equals to 0. The value that you get, f of that factor, will have to be equals to 0. For example, if we are having a polynomial is exactly divisible by x minus a, then if you set x minus a equals to 0, you get x equals to a. It means f of a has to be equals to 0 if I'm talking of a polynomial which is f of x. In this our case, we have been instead given by x minus 3. Our a is what? 3. So we are having x minus 3. We equate that to 0, and we get our x to be equals to what? 3. So we'll now be saying that p of 3 has to be equals to 0 since it is exactly divisible by x minus 3. So we now get a into 3 cubed plus 3 into 3 squared plus b into 3 minus 6 equals 0. Please, if the video is not clear, you can add your screen resolution. You should view it at 360 or 480. You should view it very well. So we now have 3 cubed is 27, so we can say 27a plus 9 times 3, another 27, plus 3b minus 6 equals 0. I can divide all through by 3. So we get 9a plus 9 plus b minus 2 equals 0. That is, I've divided all through by what? A. By 3. By 3, sorry. So you now get, if you arrange it very well, again, 9a plus b. I can take this 9 minus 2. So we get 9a minus b plus 7 equals 0. And we get 9a plus b equals to negative 7. So this is now what we call equation 1. That is the first equation that we have determined from the first info that we have been given. And I'm telling you that p of 1 equals to 6. I think that was very, very straightforward. They can also ask it that if you divide x by x minus 1, you get a remainder of 6. You can still say p of x minus 1 equals 0, you get x equals to 1. So p of 1 will give you 6 as the remainder. This one means no remainder. That's why we are equating to 0, please. So we now move to say p of 1 equals to 6. So we now have a, let me change my ink. So we will now be having a into 1 cube plus 3 into 1 squared plus b into 1 minus 6 equals to 6. That's what they are telling us. It's not equals to 0, it is equals to 6. That is it there. So we now simplify this. 1 cube is 1 times a still gives you a plus 3. 1 squared is 1 times 3 plus b equals to, I can take the other plus, minus 6 equals to 6. So I can join these ones here. We'll be having a plus b is equals to 6 plus 6 minus 3. So I've taken this one the other way, the sign changes. I've taken also this one. Each time a number is crossing equal sign, the sign changes. So a plus b will be equals to 6 plus 6 is 12 minus 3. I think that should give you 9. So this is now our second equation. I think these are two easy equations to be solved by all of us at advanced level. So they are just two simultaneous linear equations that you can solve. So you now say equation 1 and equation, you can solve them using any method. So let us just move with our elimination method. So if you say, so you're having this is equation, so you take equation 1 minus equation 2. Equation 1 minus equation 2 will now get 9a plus b minus a minus b. Okay, minus a plus minus a minus b is equals to, the left side we have negative 7 minus 9. This is what we are having. So you now get 9a plus b minus a minus b equals to negative 7 minus 9. It's a number line. You move from negative 7. So we get negative 16. You just add 1 here, you get 10 plus 6, 16. We get negative 16. And b minus b just simply cancel. So we get 8a equals to negative 16, and your a will be equals to, take negative 16 on 8, which will give you negative 2. So our a equals to negative 2. I can then substituting a equals negative 2 in equation 2 is the one which is easier to work with. So we now be having negative 2 plus, I'm substituting in this equation, negative 2 plus b equals to 9. So b equals to 9 plus 2. I've taken the 2 the other way, and b equals 11, 10, 11. So b equals 11, and that is for the draw 3 marks. Very easy. So now we now move to the other part. So the other part now is saying that we now say our p of x will now be equals to a, which is negative 2. So that will be negative 2x cubed plus 3x squared, if I can remember, plus 11x minus 6. So this is now our p of x. Let me see. This is now our p of x with the known values of a and b. So you can now say this is now your p of x with the known values of a and b. And I'm telling you now the second is factorize p of x completely. Well, to factorize p of x completely, you know that it is a polynomial of degree 3. That is the highest unknown, the highest degree of the unknown there is 3, means you have to have 3 linear factors. And to find the 3 linear factors, you can use synthetic division, you can use long division, you can use any other method. So in this video I'll teach you a very easy method that you usually call the synthetic division. So you rule your line like this. You take the one that is a factor, yours x minus 3. So x minus 3 equals 0, we got 3. So you put the 3 here, and then you take the coefficient here. You take negative 2, 3, 11, and negative 6. Then you give a space here, you rule your line. You bring the first coefficient there, negative 2, you bring it down. Put that arrow. Let the negative 2 times 3, you get what? Negative 2 times 3, you get negative 6. Then you add down. 3 plus negative 6 is negative 3. You multiply, you get negative 9. Negative 11 plus, you add again. Negative 3 times 3, I got negative 9, write it here. 11 plus negative 9 gives me 3. 3 times 11 plus negative 9 gives me 2. That is 11 minus 9. 2 times 3 gives me 6, and then I add. Negative 6 plus 6 gives me 0. If you have 0 here, and then you have done the synthetic division correct, because 3 is a factor, it has to give you 0 here, and then the rest now is just the coefficient of your quadratic. So you can just go ahead and you attach your x squared here and x, and that is your constant term. So you now get your p of x will now be equals to the first factor, which was x minus 3, into this other factor now, which is negative 2x squared minus 3x plus 2. And that is all. You have already gotten your quadratic. Then now you simply factorize these other ones here. And to factorize it, let me see. Okay. So I just paused the video and used the quadratic formula. I just simply wrote that, and negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all on 2a. So I just simply, my b is, this is my a, the coefficient of x squared, this is my b, and this is my c, the 2, which is a constant. And from there I just simply did the math, and you can screenshot, you can follow it along, and I got x to be equals to negative a 2 or a half. So x is equals to that. So in other words, this is simply the product of these two, that is x plus 2. I simply take this one the other side, and I also say that I take this one the other side, I'll be having x minus a half. And please let me just put my phone on flight mode. Okay, so this is now the factors that we got. So we're now having our p of x in factoriality completely will be x minus 3 into x plus 2 all into x minus a half. So this is now our factors. This is now we have factorized f of x completely. That is the b part. Now for the c part, they are saying that deduce the solution of the equation 3 ln x squared. So let me write it down. Let me just pause the video. Okay, I just copy and pasted it down here. They're just saying us now we should deduce the solution of this equation, that 3 ln x squared plus that. So the best thing you do, I will send all the terms to the left hand side and see. So I'll be having in the right hand side, I'm already having 3 ln x all of it squared plus 11 into ln of x equals 6 plus 2 the ln of x, all that cube. Now I'll transpose everything, so I'll bring this term the other side. I'll get negative 2 the ln of x. I'll start with the term with the highest degree, please, as usual. Negative, I'll bring this one down, then I follow with the 3x squared, so it is positive 3 into the ln of x, all that squared, plus 11 the ln of x, plus 6. Please, what do you notice? You just notice that I've just taken this our x up there and replace it to be 11. So if you are to solve for this, so all of this equals 0. Hey, which type of math am I writing here? So here should be minus, since the 6 is cross equal to sign. You cannot tell me. So we are having here minus, right? So we have here minus. So I have minus 6 equals 0. This 6 is also crossing. So this is now our polynomial. It's just simply exactly as our p of x that we found. Our p of x was simply negative 2, our a was negative 2, and our b was 11. So this is the 3 that was there. This is the negative 6. So now to solve this equals to 0, this thing will just give you in this other form. This is just the solution. So I can just say let ln of x equal t. Then I'll be having negative 2t cubed plus 3t squared plus 11t minus 6 equals 0. And I can say that we'll be having, so this equation now will be same as negative, this one now will be t minus 3 into t minus 2 into t, is it plus, into t minus a half equals 0. This is this here. The same thing here, is just that now we are having the x instead up here we are having the x, while down there we are now having the t. So this is the same thing. So I cannot take everything. I can say t if three numbers, product of three numbers equals 0, it means either the first number is 0, or the second number is 0, or the third number is 0. You cannot multiply two numbers and have 0, that either any of them must be 0. So this is it. So here we get t equals to 3, which implies ln x. So we get t here to be equals to 3. Then we get here t to be equals to negative 2. Then we get here t to be equals to a half, positive, right? Now from here you can just say that t equals ln of x. So you now just get your ln of x equals to 3, and you know that ln is simply to the base of e. You can take e to the 3, so you can get x equals to e to the power 3. And similarly you get also x to be equals to e to the power negative 2, and similarly you get x to be equals to e to the power a half. I'm simply doing this because I'm also saying to say that ln of x will be equals to negative 2. I'll just simply take it from logarithm, that is log. Let me be a bit clear to those other of us. So we are having log a base b equals to c implies a equals to b raised to the power c. So this is what we are applying. Ln x equals to 3. We get e to the power 3, since e is the base. If you have not seen the base in a natural logarithm function, it is e. For the other common logs, the base is simply what? 10. Is it clear? So this one is in base e, while the other one is in base 10. So even if there's no put it, you have to know it. It's just like our numbers, they are also in decimal notation, but we don't put it. Now they are saying that for the Roman 2, given that alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, let us write the quadratic equation, k minus 1 all that x squared. So Roman 3